have I cheated? Yes, by
liar. I mean, yes. Okay, I agree.
Sorry. Yes, by circumstance. Now, again, it's not an excuse. Only one time though. That's how I lost my virginity, by cheating.
Back in high school, I had a girlfriend, and I cheated on her with an ex-girlfriend.
Tell me
And
about that.
it was kind of weird, but whatever. I was like 16 or some stupid nonsense.
Yeah, I like that.
And I got into a fight actually with the ex-girlfriend's brother in school.
She said, "Let me see the conversation." I said, "Sure, no problem." Here's the phone. She scrolled up with intent to look at every word. And I forgot that even though we started talking that day, but it was very innocent, just catching up. Mm-hmm. There were old conversations.
The human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While the typical man is a simple creature, there exists a subgroup, the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex, allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of The Last of the Nice Guys. Today's topic is not mine or Jason's. It's the wonderful...
No dead air. No dead air.
I was waiting for Manny to pick it up.
I'm sorry.
So I'm Jason. That's Joe. That's Manny. We're the last of the nice guys. Joe has no idea how to do this intro anymore. It's really a shame, even though we're getting closer and closer to 100. What was I gonna say? Don't even know because I have to do this. So, two things. This is editor's notes and co-host notes. One, because we hijacked Manny's topic last week, somehow I allegedly gave him the next two topics, so he's gonna make it a trilogy, and they're gonna dovetail off each other. So he's kind of stealing my idea when I had like my little trilogy about my ex. And then I do want to take this moment. This is unsolicited. I'm under no pressure. Nobody said anything to me whatsoever, allegedly. But I will take this moment on air to apologize to Joe for my behavior in the last podcast. I don't take back what I said.
Did people say anything about the episode?
I just said nobody said anything. You're not listening. Nobody coerced me. Oh. Nobody's making me feel bad about it. I have listened to the podcast 3 times. It's the only episode I listened to 3 times. And although I do not regret what I said, I regret how I said it and how hard I came at you, as if you were my enemy, not a best friend, as if I wanted to crush you and prove a point, as opposed to give you sound advice and express how I feel as your friend. So I do want to say this on air, that even though, Joe didn't say anything to me, Manny didn't say anything to me, but I admit that I was a real dick in the last episode. It was intense. It was a sore topic for me. And I was probably channeling my own inner issues when it comes to women and these nonsenses. And having my friend going through it, making excuses, probably only reminded me of how I used to make excuses for them and how I became the architect of my own heartbreak or nonsense. So I wanted to throw that out there as a real man. I've always said to my boys and to anybody that there is no shame in apologizing. There's no shame in admitting when you're wrong. There's no shame in admitting that you have bad behavior. It happens. So Joe, I apologize. I am sorry for how hard I came at you, even though you didn't say anything and you didn't miss a beat with me. I still want to apologize on air. It was wrong, and I could have done it a different way, or kept that crap off air. So that's just what I wanted to say. Do you accept my apology, Joe?
Yeah, of course, man. It's
Yeah, of course.
no, I mean, because I lack a lot of emotions lately. So to me, it's just it is what it is. He said his piece, and I think it came from a place where he genuinely cared. My whole thing is for you. Just a side note, I'm not hijacking your episode again, Manny. I swear, but I swear to God, I'm not. Just like a little mini side note, like I said, he said it from a place where he, like he said, he cared. And he knows exactly what I'm going through and what I'm saying and how I'm feeling to a T, because not only has he discussed this with me years ago, but he himself, like he said, has been through the same thing. So he knows exactly. But trying to get by with anything with this dude is kind of like difficult. But I do understand why he said why and how he said it. It's very understandable to me. I'm just glad I was able to hear it from a friend and not from like someone I don't know that well, or oh, God forbid, a woman, because then I don't even think. A woman. I think I'd be in jail. So yeah, I'd rather hear it from somebody who has longevity in terms of friendship as opposed to a stranger. So it's all good.
Good. So before we get to Manny's topic, we just have 3 comments to just get through. Like I said, I told you guys I'll be better with getting these comments when I get them, so we wouldn't have another 2-hour response video, even though there's a response one. Just so you guys know, we've had 3 Last of the Nice Guys response videos. The 3rd one is on fire. I showed you guys it is rocketing. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's because we combine so many different topics. That thing is skyrocketing. It's getting up there. It's approaching. It's in the top 20 now, and it's approaching the top 10. And unfortunately, the last couple episodes have never even gotten close to the top 10 or top 20. So this is, I don't know what it is, but anywho, the first comment that we have, you're welcome.
Not you.
The first comment that we have, I posted a meme up on the Last of the Nice Guys Instagram. It basically summed up a previous episode, Left on Red, episode 53. So I put if a woman, now a woman part I stickered over because it said if a person. If a woman doesn't text you back within an hour or 2, they are ignoring you. No one is without their phone for hours. So I put that up there. Clarabelle actually replied and said, no, not a woman, if a person. And so either she saw the original post or she was saying women aren't the ones that do this, men do it too. Yeah, we know that. I've made it very clear that we know that men are guilty of most, if not all, the sins that we are exposing or allegedly exposing, air quotes, women on. But we know this. Everybody knows this. This is common knowledge. It's not saying it's right. What I am saying though is that women are always bashing men for this kind of behavior. Our platform is to say, hey, women, you do it too, and sometimes you do it worse. So I get their comment, not a woman, if a person. True. However, our platform is to shed light on women's role in the discord between male and females, women and men. So yeah, thanks, Clarabelle, yada, yada, yada. I meant women for a reason. I'm stressing women because you women don't like this when it's done to you, but you guys constantly do it to us and then expect us to kiki with you later. Most guys will leave you on red and never come back around. Women will leave you on red and then come back around 2 days later, pretend like nothing ever happened. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's with that. And you guys want to reply to that statement? Not a woman, different person?
I mean, everybody does it, but like you said, we're here to talk about women and how they do it and how we feel and deal with it ourselves. So, yep. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can say a chair is a different kind of chair, but we're not talking about all chairs. We're just talking about a specific thing.
Exactly. Joe, did you want to chime in with this before we move on to the next comment?
I mean, like you said, it's a matter of it's kind of a gender thing where both women and men do it. It's just not men who do it, and it's just not women who do it.
Right.
I ghosted somebody today, so I mean, it's just it's just a matter of
model, Joe. Thanks for being the role model.
I mean, I did it.
The
I didn't do it
modern
on-
male, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't. First of all, I don't consider myself to be a modern male. I just consider myself not to care as much anymore. So my out is just doing what I want to do. So if I want to ghost you, I'm not doing it to hurt you. I don't have any intent to hurt you. I just do it because I just don't feel like answering at that time. But some people can't understand that. They go ahead and make excuses as if, oh, you're doing this, you're being this, you're that, you're this, you're like I can't just not answer and answer you later. Now I understand, like, if you're dating in the dating world and a woman, does that to you, I get it. But if you're like a friend or a family member and like I don't respond, it's no hard feelings. I still love you. It's just that I'm not ready to answer you yet. That's all.
Okay. Spoken like a true. Next topic that we have here, next comment that we have is it's the 'tis the season. It was when we were talking about co-parenting and sharing the holidays.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a good while ago.
Oh,
and Onita, she's freaking awesome. She says, I want to hear from the women. And that's the comment she says. And it's funny she says that. And again, I make it very clear. You can hear from the women. Women talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that we can share our stories and our opinions unfiltered without the being in a screaming matches with them. You want to hear from the women? By all means. Hear from them. If you want to hear from our kids' mothers, I mean, that'd be a great episode. And we got all 3 kids' moms on this thing and did like a panel and talked about co-parenting and get into that. That's one of the dreams that I have, along with another Council of Men and the Battle of the Sexes. But to have
I don't know
three,
because you'd probably lust over mine. And when it comes to Manny and his, you guys would probably like argue in the middle of the podcast.
Well, mine,
and then
me and mine would probably be passive aggressive, playful jabs. Manny, I actually had the pleasure of experiencing Manny with his ex in person just the other day.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure to watch because I know what's in his mind, but God bless Manny's heart. You can't really tell that there's any animosity from his side. Any aggression comes from her, but it's also passive aggression. So, and I even saw the man, the way he is with her now, you would think that they divorced 10 years ago. And they're just finding that common ground. Where me and my kids' mom are now, I'm looking at him like, dude, I mean, you guys have been separated for what? How long? About a year, Manny? How long? Less?
No, it's been like 2 years.
2 years. It's been about 2 years. In 2 years, and I was never even married to my kids' mom. In 2 years, we were at the deepest, darkest hell, and we were still digging the hole. So I was quite impressed with how Manny did it. And Manny also, it was his child's daughter's birthday. They co-hosted it themselves. I haven't co-hosted anything with my kid's mom ever. I think one time. No, ever. We never co-hosted. She was invited. The first time me and her did anything together for our child was last year, where we co-bought a gift together to give him. So to watch Manny, I was quite impressed. You never know. He even laughed. He smiled. He made me some jokes. It was a good time. So I think it would probably be similar. Maybe if there's any aggression to be on her part, but Manny would take it lightly. And you, Joe, yeah, you're right.
No, she's way too.
But she'd come on. I bet you she would come on. I think
she would.
I think if you invited her, she'd come on. So I think it's something to think about in the future. It doesn't have to be now.
Would. She would come on. No, I think she would come on. I just think that she'd be uncooperative and sort of unruly.
Well, that's the point though. But then at least she'll, like I said, what I've told everybody who come on my studio and I do my productions is that the way you present yourself, except for Manny's the only one who got a pass recently. How you present yourself is your business, but understand that I won't be held responsible for how you present yourself, things that you say, how you look, how you act. So I'd give them the same disclaimer. So if in the end she looks looks stupid, that'd be up to her. You know what I'm saying? You have a platform and you should represent yourself the best way. And there's any time to fake it, it's when you're on my studio. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So The last comment that we have, it's spam, but I loved it. It's on episode 59. Hyri Sefif commented, I was able to reconcile with my husband with the help of a spellcaster.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
That I found on Facebook at Derek Pudu Loves Spell. He is a very powerful spellcaster. I advise anyone with relationship problems should contact him on Instagram. I cracked up when I read that.
Wait, is that really spam? That was spam?
That's spam. It's clearly spam. That can't be real. That's spam.
But how did the spam bot know like that we do a podcast about like relationships?
Hashtag.
It goes against the hashtags, man. I get them all the time, and it's usually like, oh, DM this person to help promote your stuff or whatever. I get it on YouTube. I get it on IG. Yeah. I get nothing on Facebook, which is surprising, but it's mainly just IG and YouTube, and it's always like the YouTube ones are funny because it's like the Asian, follow me, and then you get the hearts and then all that.
And of course, that's why my laptop is full of freaking tracking bugs and spam, because
actually that makes sense, because when you mentioned the trip, when you mentioned the trip thing in our private chat, I actually repeated it out loud. Like I think I was talking to a friend that day about it, what you said, Jay, and then they posted on my Facebook feed like, oh, Cabo, trips to Cabo, 4-night stay to fucking Puerto Rico and blah blah blah. I was like, oh wow,
that's how you know it's always being listened to.
It's thinking. All right, so that's it with the comments.
I got one more.
No, what?
Yeah, I got one.
From where? From your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Carry on. He's hijacking his own episode.
No, it's just one quick comment. On the last episode that we did about why people stay in toxic relationships. Snow Liama said, I stay in it because I love her.
Oh, yeah, I saw that comment. And I replied and said,
oh, you did? Yeah, I see that.
I did. Read my response.
And Jason says, and that's totally understandable, respectable, honest reason, as long as you know your limit.
So, which is me saying, being the exact opposite of how I was with Joe. The exact opposite, being understood. Because in reality, no, but that's what I'm saying though. At least they say, listen, this person clearly recognized they're in a toxic relationship, but they know why they're staying in. I love her. And then of course, if I wanted to be me, I would say, well, what do you love about her? And then I would start chipping it down to its bare bones to find out exactly why you're staying, which is what I was trying to do with you, Joe. Is I was trying to chip away at your foundation to find out what was the little nugget, what was the cornerstone. I never got it because
there was a lot of things that were just
right.
Better.
That's what it was, because I'm trying to figure out. I love her. She cares about me. Kind of like how our mutual friend, the original mutual friend, that even though Joe thought it was him, who is or was in a toxic relationship. I don't know anymore now. We're estranged. We don't really talk. But when me and him got into it, because I've had this I've gotten into it with friends, many friends, about these things. When me and him talked about it, was at my apartment. I had asked him. I said, "Why are you with this woman?" And I kept chipping away, and he finally broke down what it really was. And I said, "Well, you know what? I don't agree with you, but I respect you because you gave me your 5 bullet points. These are the 5 reasons why." And I said, and you recognize that she had faults, but you still said that for you and in your opinion, these 5 bullet points outweigh any negativity about her. And I said, you know what? I'm on board. Absolutely. Carry on. So that's basically what it is. And that is the end of our comment section. Now, Manny, what is your topic?
So last week, we kind of discussed on why people stay in toxic relationships. We're going to go a little further and ask why people cheat.
We're getting a little deeper on this episode of Last of the Nice Guys podcast. Stay tuned.
Why people cheat. So, Joey, have you cheated?
Why?
No, I'm just joking. Don't put that on there.
Why bring him up? That's what happened last time. And then
Okay, fine. Yeah.
I
You know
lost
what?
all credit. I
I'll
lost
answer
all
you.
credibility.
No.
I'll
all
answer you.
credibility.
I'll
Let
be-
Joe let Jay go first, and then you can rip on him, Joe. Go.
Okay, have I cheated? Yes, by
Liar. I mean, yes. Okay, I agree.
Sorry. Yes, by circumstance. Now, again, it's not an excuse. Only one time though. That's how I lost my virginity, by cheating. So basically, I had a high school sweetheart, and
Well,
this
that
girl.
don't count. That's fucking high school.
It's still cheating. Anyway, this is the only example I've got. So shut up. So don't let me get started on you, Joe. Okay, please. Don't.
Everybody cheats. No, you're not gonna air my dirty fucking laundry.
No,
on this.
not airing out your dirty laundry.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh yeah,
That-
watch me.
That's what we're not doing.
So you gonna shut the fuck up?
That's
Okay.
what we're not doing.
So what I'm saying is that, so basically, long story short, I had a friend. Well, I thought she was a friend, but clearly she wasn't. Told me she saw my ex, my high school girlfriend at the time, downstairs in the basement area, which is where we had our gym, and said, "Hey, I saw her kissing some other dude. Let me show you." So she brings me down there, and to this day, she still says, because we're still in contact, that she never kissed the guy. I swear I saw it. But now I don't know, because when somebody's that adamant, you wonder if you saw what you saw. Anyway, I saw her in my immature glory. Instead of confronting her, I went to this student government trip, and my ex went, and she always said, "I'm taking your virginity," and I let her take it. We were in hotel rooms. We only had one chaperone. It's late at night.
So she raped you. She raped you.
In the best way possible. Okay. When I say she took it, she brought the condom. She knew she was doing this to me this weekend. Clearly,
Jay,
she had it all.
rape is rape.
So yes, but I'm not complaining. Okay. So yes, that was cheating. So I felt bad about it. Told my girlfriend like the week later, and I broke up with her because I said, "This is everybody's talking about this. It's clearly people knew," and I said, "This is not going to work for us." I broke up with her. So yeah, that was me cheating. It was, immature high school crap. That's the best I got. It's all I've got.
I can't even comment on that or say talk shit. I mean, I can because of the fact it's high school. I personally think high school relationships don't count in my opinion. I just think it's still like puppy love, and you're still
relationships. If you call if I get with a girl today and I call her my girlfriend, it's no different than when I got in high school when I called her my girlfriend. I didn't call her my high school girlfriend. I called her at the time she was my girlfriend. So it meant something at the moment, at that time in our life. So you're not going to downplay my relationship from high school. You hear me?
Fuck your relationship in high school. That was baby bullshit. And when it comes to high school, I can tell you that I did so many terrible things when it came to women, and I guess territorial women at that, because a lot of them were, but it didn't matter to me. Back then it was like, look, I'm going to be going to college, and that's more important than this. And if we happen to have good chemistry, we'll move on to college. But of course, none of them had good chemistry, and none of them were reliable in that sense. So it didn't carry on.
His name is Joey, birth of a scumbag, coming soon.
You can call me all you want, but nothing to me it counts when it comes to high school stuff.
Manny, tell us your cheat story. What did you cheat? Who did you cheat on, or what did you cheat, and why did you cheat?
I never cheated because I'm a fucking angel.
I never cheated because I was married and I was faithful, and I would never.
Wow. Okay.
Because I have daughters.
Yeah. Now I won't. You son of a bitch. But back in high school, so it doesn't count. Apparently.
Bam. Apparently doesn't count. I knew it. See. Tell Joe to suck.
Back in high school, I had a girlfriend. And I cheated on her with an ex-girlfriend. And
about
that. It was kind of weird, but whatever. I was like 16 or some stupid nonsense.
Yeah, I like that.
And I got into a fight actually with the ex-girlfriend's brother in school, which was funny because
you whooped his ass.
Yeah, he was about to die. Let's just say that.
Were you living as a BX at the time?
No, this was over here.
Oh, okay.
So, I walk out of class and little brother, like all I felt was like a pressure this way. And I was like, the hell was that? And I turned my head and I see this little skinny Caucasian feller over here tripping over amongst himself. And I'm like, the hell's going on? He's like, oh, what's going on with you and my sister? She's crying. She says it's your fault. She tells me not to worry about it, but I'm manning up as her brother. And I was like, I could kill you, right? Like, there is an extreme size difference between the two of us. So I'm going to have to ask you politely, what are you doing? I told him, like, I respect what you're trying to do as a brother, but don't, because you're not going to win this. But he had like all this, like, I guess confidence because he was part of the JV football team. So he thought it was tough. And I was like, no, like, I'll kill you. I'll still kill you. And then, whatever. Security came, took him to the office. And I was like, I don't know what happened. It was crazy. And then they took me to the office. They're like, oh, you were involved in a school like disturbance. So you gotta be part of the problem or the solutional problem or whatnot. And I was like, what are you talking about? So they tried to suspend me.
For what?
And for doing nothing. But because I was involved, they had to do something. And I told him, I was like, I didn't touch him. And you're punishing me for not touching him. And
allegedly.
Right. No, I didn't. I legit did not touch him. Because
allegedly.
Because she had us write down like word for word what our role in the situation was. And
touch my penis, and I touched his penis, and then
there was no pee-pee touches, okay, and no pee-pee touches. So she's like, okay, well, your stories kind of add up, and they kind of go along with each other, but still, we have to, it was a disturbance, and it happened, and da da da. And I was like, yeah, no, if you're gonna punish me, I might as well just kill him right now. And
exactly.
Like, well,
I was gonna say, yeah, if you're gonna punish me, then I might as well get into trouble.
I might as well just get mine in right now, to give you a reason to get me in trouble. And they're like, well, if you want to, avoid this, you'd have to bring your guardian in here. And I was like, you want my mom to be here? I laughed and I chuckled, and then, whatever. Long story short, my mommy came in the next day and nothing happened, interestingly enough. But yeah, to go back on topic, the whole reason was because obviously his sister was the ex that I cheated on my girlfriend at the time. And I was like, listen, like, I feel like shit that I did this, and I feel bad for you, but I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to go further with this. So sorry. And yeah, that didn't go well with her. And she just got all depressed and whatever. And her brother kind of stepped in, and I was just like, yeah, that's stupid. And then after everything happened, because obviously my girlfriend at the time and I went to the same school, she heard about it, and she's like, what happened? And I had to just kind of tell her everything.
And you were Rick?
We broke up for like a week, and she came to me and she's like, after everything that happened, you kind of manned up and told me that you fucked up. So I can't be mad at you about that. As long as you don't do it again. I was like, well, we'll never know. And she's like, that's not funny.
that was a good one. We'll never know. That's not funny, Manny.
So we ended up we got back together, and we were together for a few more years after that, and then life went on. But yeah, that's my physical cheating story. I have a couple of emotional ones. I got a couple of emotional ones, but that all leads to my reasonings or my bubbles behind me. Lack of attention, lack of emotional satisfaction, stuff like that.
Right.
Kind of leads you to the arms of others, because you always get that individual like, oh, are you happily married? Are you really happily married? No, I'm not.
That's the funny thing. Okay, so and it's a dick thing that I do, but whenever I see someone that's attractive, or even just like Joe say, listen, so my sister called me, and I'll be like, oh, she sounds hot, and then Joe will be like, no, well, she's married, and then my first question will be, well, is she happy? So that's the dickish thing that I do as a joke. That's only a joke though, but I always do that. Anybody that says, yeah, so my aunt called, oh, she sounds hot, she's married, Jay. Okay, is she happy? Can you ask her? Like that's what I do. And so moving forward, carry on.
But the funny thing about that is that you see a lot more women today. They actually have meaning behind asking that question than men do. Men see a married woman and we're like, okay, either A, I don't care that you're married, let's get this going, or right. B, I'll move on, whatever. Women, especially when they figure out like who the wife is, they want to be like, I'm stealing her man.
Oh,
Men
yeah.
don't think that shit. Men
No.
don't care for that shit. Like
Women
we're not.
women think about that all the time.
Yeah, women think about that all the time. I mean, I've done it once in my life, and I actually got it, but it was because the guy was a fucking idiot. And story time. The guy said, brings this hot chick over, and to my bar while I was bartending. The guy goes, "Hey, you like my girlfriend? She's pretty, huh? You can look at her. It's fine. I know where it's at." And I'm like, "Did this motherfucker just give me permission to look at his girl?" I was like, wrong person, dude. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, it took me about 2 weeks, and I eventually got her. Yeah, they broke up, and it was a pretty funny story. But yeah,
he sort of welcomed you in, though. So
thank you. Like he's just like, hey,
no,
check out my girl. No, you're an idiot. I'm gonna check out your girl in all sorts of ways. Thanks.
All he had to do was just sit his ass at the bar, order her a drink, the end, and that he would have been good. But instead, he had to be a dick about it. That's what you get.
Well, I mean, was he being a dick, or was he being confident that he thought he had what he had?
No, that's not confidence.
No, but no man in their right mind is gonna bring their girl out and go to another man and be like, "Yo, it's okay. I saw you looking.
Like,
keep checking her out, bro."
That's not true. That's not true at all.
How secure are you?
That's not true at all because what one of the things that I used to like when and there, I had a few attractive, like super attractive women that I was involved with, and I enjoyed it. Okay, the alleged love of my life, right? We were at a Jingle Ball, and this guy was staring at her so hard that he almost walked into one of the walls in between. He miscalculated, because for each bleachers is like a little thing, and if not, it's just pure wall. He stared at her so hard, he almost walked into the wall. And I cracked up. I said, "Babe, did you see that? What do you mean?" Babe, I said, you cannot tell me you missed that guy staring at you. Okay. And he almost walked into the wall. I enjoyed it because I said, you know what? I like to know that my woman is desired, but she's going home with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I go as far as...
that's understandable on both sides because men and women do that. I'm just saying you don't invite that guy and press him to do it more, is my point. You don't go, "Hey, bro, I saw you looking," and you didn't like when you watched them almost walk into the wall. You go, "Bro, you know what? I felt so bad. Come back over here and get in a couple of get a couple more 5 seconds peep at that ass."
I think that's just extreme confidence because that same guy could have been like, "Yo, you look at my girl. All right, no, let's do this. I think
which happens most of the time anyway.
Went the other way.
I think saying it. I think at that instance right there, saying, "Oh, walking up to," I think to me, it I get what you're saying when it comes to confidence, but it sounds more like being like overly confident, but like maybe like a splash of dickish, like just a splash, or maybe in Manny's case,
sure, he's being cocky, but
because honestly, if I have a good looking woman, which I did, and I believe I do, numerous times, I would say nothing. I would say nothing. I would bring her to the bar, and of course, guys and girls are gonna look at her. That's okay.
That's because you're insecure, that's perfectly fine, Joe. That's why.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna go ahead and be a dick to a good-looking guy.
I don't think. Like, but what? Okay, Manny, was he? Manny, you felt like he was being a dick, or was he just being confident?
I felt like he was being overly confident.
Okay.
Because my thing is like I would never do that shit. I would never like bring one of like my girl out to public and then like notice another guy staring at her and then be like, "Hey, bro, go ahead and keep watching," whatever. Like I wouldn't, especially like if you were walking out, okay, like say you're in a freaking restaurant or whatever, and then you notice a guy like broke neck on your way out, then you kind of give him a little nod, like, "Yeah, whatever." That's one thing. But this douchebag sat at my bar with the girl, and then it was done. Like he opened that door for me, and then I was like, "All right, I got it. I'm gonna be feeding them drinks the whole night long." He fucked up. Because at this point,
it's kind of an invitation. It's an invitation for men.
I don't think so. I disagree. I absolutely disagree. I think he was ridiculously cocky. I get that,
and he lost.
No, it wasn't a competition. He wasn't trying to invite you for a competition.
I made it a competition. It was a sword fight that he clearly lost.
That to me is a competition. He clearly knew his woman was hot, and to go ahead and to a good-looking bartender, I'm calling out you, Manny, to a good-looking bartender, going ahead and saying, "Hey, man, come check out my girl. I know you want to look at her, right? I know you want." Come on, man.
No, if he said, if he said, "You like my girl? You can't have her. You can look at her. You can't touch. You wish you had a girl like this." Like if he really like if he did that, I get you. He's trying you. He's trying your manhood. But all he was doing is he was acknowledging that his woman is attractive. He's acknowledging that he recognizes that you find her attractive, and he's letting you know, guess what? No harm, no foul.
Let me drop some more. Let me drop some more in there.
Come on,
so
sprinkle it.
Each and every time she went into the bathroom, it was another nugget of, damn, that ass, right? Damn, them titties, right? Damn, okay, see, I'm gonna get some later, right? Like, and I'm like,
no dude I know says that stuff when they have a when they have
a
girl on their arm.
It was like it now again, if you're sitting with somebody you know, okay, fine. Okay. Me and him are completely strangers, bro. Like I did not know this guy for nothing. And he just kept it like
that was the hottest woman he ever had in his entire life.
And I just destroyed it.
He needs to do better.
For all you know, that could have been the hottest woman he has ever had in his entire life, and he wanted to brag about it. Okay, and I don't think he should feel bad that he wanted to brag about his girl. You know what I'm trying to say?
You have to know who you're doing that to. You don't do that to perfect strangers that you're currently still sitting in front of on the way out when you probably are never going to see them again. Fine. I worked in a place that people go to often. So it's not like if he comes back, he's not going to see me. So you do that interaction when you think you're not going to see somebody again.
I don't know.
Especially at a
disagree,
bar. But... Yeah, a bar, you're seeing regulars at times, and then you're seeing the same bartender at times. It's like, bro, you know for a fact.
I think Manny,
if you keep pushing it,
person, and that guy probably killed himself. That's what
Manny. I was a horrible person at the time. I know. I'll own up to it.
I would have done the same fucking thing you did, and I would have had a smile on my face recording it.
There's a difference. There's an absolute difference. There's absolute difference. You'd have done the same thing that Manny did, but you would not have succeeded. There's the difference.
Oh no, I would have succeeded.
No,
Jay.
You would not have succeeded.
If you were with me at the present time, I definitely would not have succeeded. But if I was by myself, definitely would not succeed.
How the hell you spin that on me?
Definitely.
That was pretty good. I would
have done the same thing, Manny. I'm sorry, the dude was overly confident and a douchebag. I like the idea that.
So all right. So let me ask you this. So because he's overly confident, it warranted this response just because he's overly confident.
Yeah.
You've seen the show How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That moment for me, challenge accepted.
All right. All right. It was not a challenge. If he said to you, I bet you want this, but you can't get a girl like this. Sure. Challenge. He's challenging you. He's you know what I'm saying? But that's not what was happening. Dude was bragging. You don't brag to perfect strangers because you don't know everybody, man.
You could brag to your friends, but at the same time, like you also got to be careful with that.
What if I was the kind of guy that's like, yo, I'm gonna rob you and your girl when you get out of here? That's
what I'm saying.
Drinks.
Yeah.
So
you think? Oh my god, I can't remember defending this. You think that?
I can't believe you are either, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked about you, Jay. About you.
No, because that's my thing. I love it. I love it when I'm with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I even like it when they say God, like why the fuck is she with him? Kind of look. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an ego thing for me. I like it. I like to know that girl is desire.
Say it in silence, because if you say that line next to the dude, or and next to his girl, that's an automatic fight.
Some people need to go a little further with it and you know. Get affirmation from a random guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, yeah, she is fine, dog. You're right. You're absolutely right. She's fine as fuck. You know?
So again, my point is, okay, part of the reasons why people cheat is they get overly confident in their relationships. You'll have one side, and again, this is the only reason why I brought up the story. You get one side that thinks, I'm good. But that other side is like, no, he is not good. This is so wrong. And to the point where I need to find a reason to leave this relationship, therefore I cheat.
Okay.
because that is another reason. But see, overconfidence in your relationship, unless it's on par with your partner, that's an issue, bro. And clearly, that guy in my story he did not have the right confidence level in his relationship. Maybe he thought he was good. She didn't.
Maybe he was good until Shiny Head came around.
He was a fucking bitch. And on top of that,
God damn.
on top of that, when you
God
have a
damn.
my thing is that if you have a really good looking woman by your side, and then right, and let's just say you guys have been dating for a while, and you bring her out to a lounge, it's perfectly normal and acceptable for other dudes to stare, to gawk, to whatever, even come up to you.
Even women do it too.
Right, exactly. Even women do it, and come up to you and be like, oh, give you a pound or something like that, because as a man, why he's giving you a pound. He's not giving you a pound because he likes you. He's giving you a pound because, oh shit, you have a really good woman, and they wish that they can have her. That's how men think whenever they see women like that. And Jay knows exactly what I'm talking about because
You know what?
Just stop.
You know what? I never gave your ass a pound. I lusted in silence. You understand me? And I would have managed your ass if I could. Okay.
No, because
I would have managed the shit out of you if I could.
Because I'm not like that, dude. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna go ahead to
friends. No, you are a fucking idiot. You brought probably one of the single most gorgeous black women I've ever seen in my entire life, in my entire real existent life, to my home. And you thought, okay, that woman in question is the most gorgeous black woman I've ever met in my real life. I'm talking about real life.
Oh my God.
And you thought that was smart to bring her to my home.
All the black women that you've dated and messed with are now gonna silently curse you out.
They're more than welcome to, because they didn't look like her.
Oh wow.
They didn't look like her. Wow. They did not look like her. Okay. That I'm telling you right now, she is still and probably will be the most gorgeous black woman I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in real life.
I've gotten plenty of comments with that one too, from the just from like walking around and going to places. I've gotten them too. I've gotten wow, congratulations. I've gotten, you guys will make great babies. I've gotten
you know what I've gotten? I've gotten nah. That's not you. Nah. You lying, bro.
Why is that?
Lying.
Why is that something a New York dude would say? Nah.
But the funny thing is, like, I was laughing like, yo, what makes you think that when yo, first of all, does this person really know who you are? And I'm like, yo, of course. What are you trying to say? Like, I'm this big ass fake person? Like, I just lie everywhere I go? I'm like, there's different sides to you that you show at different points of your day. And I was like, damn, that's kind of true. But nah, I got it. Or I'm with that right now. I'm like, no, I want to see proof. I'll see pictures. All right, she's coming over later. I'll send you something. And it's always been like that because, again, I'm a very private person with most of my shit, especially with in the dating world. I don't really put it out there unless I know it's something meaningful. If not, it just turns into a funny story that I talk about on here. But yeah, I keep it real low profile, and then when like, well, hey bro, let's hang out. What are you doing Friday? Oh, I'm going out with so and so. Wait, isn't so and so from da? Yeah. Nah, bro. Nah, what, you going out to have some coffee? Yeah, coffee, bro.
You got some tea?
Yeah, there's gonna be some tea there. Let me just talk about that. But yeah, man, like it's always happening. It's funny. So that's why I say, like, overconfidence in anything, man, that turns into neglect, actually, because when you walk around and you think your shit's the shit, and the other person's like, yo, I got another story. Overconfidence. Somebody I'm related to like to say that he was overconfident in his relationship, would walk around and be like, oh, I'm big, strong like bull, I keep it going all night long, yin yang and all that stuff.
Oh, so he was Russian.
No. he was Russian to get out of that relationship. But she came and looked at him and she was like, bitch, you're like average at best. I was like, dang. And he's like, yeah, I go on for hours. I do all sorts of stuff. I take all these pills. She's like, nah, cut that shit out. I mean, when I tell you, when I've seen some people that are really confident get cut down by a woman.
Yeah, your ego goes down dramatically.
That's why I don't fuck
that.
with shit.
That's when you break up with a girl.
Well, see, that's that overconfidence. And right after that, let's just say that relationship didn't match that or last that much longer. And then she went and became a lesbian. But we won't go there.
Damn, left for a lesbian? Oh my God. No.
Oh, funny story. So I have the top 8 reasons here by today something. And number 7 is self-esteem. Other reasons why people cheat. Funny story. We were just talking about that.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I have any
self-esteem. Yeah, we know that.
No, I don't think I have any stories recently.
I would hope not. Not that you're trying to put out there right now.
No, I don't have any stories. I do have, however, ironically enough, the story with the gorgeous goddess woman that Jason keeps referring to. And I don't know if I told
Nubian Queen. Get it right.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Umar fucking John, whatever his name is.
Nubian Queen.
I had a
scared from my life.
You see how sad he sounds? So there was an incident I remember when I was dating this girl, said girl that Jason knows very well. And we were in the car one night.
Not well enough.
Yeah, exactly.
We were not like he'd like to.
Well, it'll never happen now. So it's okay.
Listen, she's gonna forget that I have any association with you. That's all.
She probably
time heals all wounds.
She probably felt bad of the reek and of the smell coming from your apartment because of
what smell? All the stuff. Listen, if I could bottle up that stank, I would have. Okay. So
wow, you're on another level of crazy.
She is the last woman I will ever simp. The last woman I will ever simp for is her.
Jesus Christ.
The last woman. Beautiful.
Spoken by an
you better hope she never comes around again.
That's right.
Oh no, for me, definitely not. Definitely not for me. But I will tell you that there was an incident. We were in front of her building, and we were in the car, and I was speaking to a woman that I wasn't in a relationship with. I was just talking to, and she was from Jersey. I believe I actually forgot her name. I'm not going to say it anyway, but she was from Jersey, and we were talking, and we messed around for like 3 months, but it never went anywhere. Kind of faded away. Plus, I didn't feel like driving to Jersey all the time, and it's getting annoying. So we would still talk though. So we stopped talking when I got with this girl, and after maybe like 5-6 months, after about 5 months or so, I get a DM on Instagram, asking me how you've been. I haven't heard from you, all this other stuff. So I'm responding normally, and I'm trying to be innocent about it because this other girl also looked really good, and it was weird for me to actually be talking to another girl of that caliber in terms of appearance, because I had one at the time that looked just as good, if not better. And it just felt weird to me. But I felt, again, the same word we're going to use, I guess this is the word of the night for us, overconfident in the fact that, hey, I'm talking to 2 really good looking women and I feel great. So not knowing that, I guess I zoned out that at that instance in the car, because she had looked and kind of like side-eyed into my phone and had questioned, who is this girl? I was like, oh, this is a friend I knew from like a year or 2 ago. Nothing happened. Of course, I had to come up with the whole 9 yards of the talk and the conversation and say nothing happened, nothing occurred. And she said, okay, so let me see the conversation.
Oh.
Smart woman.
She said, let me see the conversation. I said, sure, no problem. Here's the phone. She scrolled up with intent to look at every word. And I forgot that even though we started talking that day, but it was very innocent, just catching up. There were old conversations that occurred. She's like, oh, so what is this? What is this? Why is this picture here? I was like, can you look at the time and the date of when this happened? Like, this has happened way before we even talked or spoke. And she's like, well, if you had feelings for her before, why is she contacting you now? Does she not know that you're in a relationship? I was like, yes and no. Well, I don't see the yes part in this conversation. So where so where exactly is the yes part in this conversation? Because you have to show me. I don't know where it is. I was like, okay, look. Let me explain. And those are the famous words, famous lines. She said, you know what? You don't have to explain. Just let me know if you're doing anything with her so I can just leave the car. I said, I'm not doing anything with her.
Damn.
I did stuff with her before you came into the picture, which I'm sure is normal, which it is normal because I'm sure you did stuff too with other people.
Yeah, but
before
you
met me.
lied though. But you lied up front. You said you never.
Yeah, you told her you didn't do nothing.
You lied first though.
No.
Damn, bro.
No, bro. You lied first.
No, listen, bro. I had explained to myself.
Shit, you heard him? Listen, bro.
Yeah, that bass came in.
God damn.
Listen here, bro.
Oh,
if there was any time, it was any time that Joe was gonna use the N-word, it would have been right then. What you said, nigga?
Stop! I can't stop laughing.
Jesus Christ.
No, I explained to him when she said all that, and I said no, I was not messing with her. Now I asked her, I was like, she just hit me up today. Look at the time and date. It happened today. We haven't spoke before that for like a year or two. So nothing happened. Nothing occurred. So I explained to her. And eventually it got into it came up again like the next day, which was weird. But
there's nothing weird about it. You lied to her, and she needs to know.
No, I told her I did what I did with her before we met. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything crazy. There was no relationship. And as of right now, she just contacted me, and we just spoke, and it was innocent. You could see that it was innocent, but she still felt the way because this was something that I had messed with before her. So she felt the way about that, thinking that it was going to happen again. I was like, no, it wasn't going to happen again. I'm just letting you know that we just spoke, and that's it. I told her, I was like, at that time, Jay, you know for a fact at that time, I apologized so fucking much to the point where I think I made it up by like some fancy restaurant or some shit. And you know exactly what I'm talking about because half the restaurants that we went to for two people were like were like $90 and up, like everything. So I made that shit up so quickly. I made that shit up so fast that it was a forgotten thought and a forgotten conversation. But I remember that I kind of was like, my palms at that time were like sweating because I was like, oh fuck, like I don't want her to think that I'm doing anything, even though I'm not. I'm not. But it just kind of made me.
I am, but I'm not.
So. It made me, it made me a little bit nervous. So
nervous.
Good times though, very good times. I
could hear. I could hear in your voice how much fun it was.
Very good times. Yeah. As far as that goes, like there was other stories, but they weren't really. I wasn't invested in these women as much as the one I just spoke about. I'm sorry, and I don't think it counts as like the cheating thing. I think it's just more along the lines of I was talking in the talking phase, and the talking phase led to me talking to another person, and then while I was talking to that person, I did something with this person. That person found out, and vice versa. So I think it was like more along the lines of that. But I don't think that counts as more along the lines of like cheating, does it? I think it's just like because you're in the beginning of the phase, so I don't think it matters. At least to me.
If you have to overanalyze this,
it matters though. Cheating. So the talking phase matters.
If you're talking with some kind of intent while you're with somebody, yeah, That's
especially when you're not open about it.
Yeah, and when you're committed with somebody allegedly, I mean,
The,
yeah, of course.
if you have to hide something, you're basically cheating.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's
Well,
actually that's the best way. That's the best way it is. If you
well,
can't be open and honest about it, then then it's cheating in some way or another.
well, slap my knee and call me Charlie because I did a lot
All
of
right,
that.
Charlie. What's we got 6 minutes, man. If you want to blitzkrieg through the remaining of these other reasons why people cheat.
Well,
Okay,
what's your
so
final thoughts? I guess we can do the final thoughts.
No, we're not doing final
No,
thoughts.
we're-
Let's finish up his episode. This man deserves his episode, okay?
You said 6 minutes. That's why I just said. I don't know.
Well, I
well,
mean,
we're gonna blitz through the last remaining reasons, and if you got something to say about it, make it short and sweet.
exactly.
Bam. Other remaining reasons why people cheat: they are depressed. Their affair is an exit strategy. The cheater wants to change. They crave attention from their spouse or other people. The cheater was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure that's just there for comic relief. What else do we have here? We have I gotta go to the top. Anger, which leads into revenge. They were never committed to the relationship, which Joe sounds like he was in this a lot.
Guilty. No,
They wanted variety, which means like, hey, I got one life, I'm gonna do what I do. Situational changes, sexual desire, because just some people can't control themselves. And yes. And again, this neglect, lack of love thing, which I've fallen part of several times, but that's just life. So obviously we don't take any words from Joe.
yeah. No, not. I think I've said my piece with this topic.
But yeah, there is also such a thing as cheating emotionally. It doesn't just have to be
Physically.
There is an
mental.
emotional.
Yeah.
There's an emotional aspect where you're leading and you're having a whole different conversations or a whole different situationship with somebody else. And like I said, if you have to hide that with somebody that you're in a relationship with, it's not a good thing.
That's rough. The emotional thing is rough. I think it's kind of almost worse than physical, in a way, in a weird way. I know a friend who got divorced because of that shit.
I think the reason behind that one is because since men are not emotional beings, because we're normally not, it's a big sense of betrayal to women because they're the emotional monsters. So if you're sharing your emotions that you don't even share with anybody else, and you're out here with your emotions, it's a problem. So it's definitely a lot worse on our part. Women, they fall with everybody. We don't, that's just what they do. They suck.
Yeah. No, I know a girl who I don't speak to no more because she blocked me on Facebook last year because of the whole COVID things and my conspiracies. She blocked the shit out of me too. She didn't like what I said. I'm not going to go off topic with that. But anyway, she blocked me. But I do know that her marriage ended because her husband was working and he didn't do anything physically. He just emotionally got attached to another girl at his job, and she found out about it. And I was like, damn, fuck. She was like, no, I can't do this. I can't have that. So they got divorced.
What does that mean? What do you mean emotionally attached? What was happening?
He was, from what I heard, he was talking to her, texting back and forth. And when they were at work, they would speak, I guess, intimately. They, I guess, add a sprinkle of flirting. But a lot of the things that apparently that she told us that he said was things that he never mentioned to his wife. And he mentioned it to the girl at his job. So he pretty much invested a lot of time into the girl at his job, as opposed to speaking freely, I guess, to his own wife. And she found out. I don't know how she found out, but she found out, and she saw all the messages or whatever. I don't know if she went to his phone or what, but found out and saw all the messages, and then everything. She just couldn't take it no more, so she left. She was like, "Can't do this," and they had a kid together too, which is even worse. So,
Well, I mean,
that's
I always say in these circumstances, you always have to ask yourself, what was your role? I'm not blaming anybody, but if he's emotionally attached or he's able to speak to this woman, when do you ask, hey, why can't you talk to me? I'm not saying she didn't do that, but you'd ask yourself, why not me? And if they can't give you a satisfactory answer, then yeah, drop out. You're done. But I sort of say I always ask. You always should ask the question because you don't know how you contributed to a thing. It's not that it's your fault, but most things have a catalyst. Most things are started with something.
Yeah. How much did you push him or her to like?
Yeah, did you push him away? Is it even your fault at all? If it's not, then it's fine. But I mean, sometimes we have to take responsibility for some of the things. That's
absolutely
misfortunes. Manny. Sorry, wrong podcast.
It's coming soon, Jay. It's coming.
That's what she said.
I mean, it just sucks, man. Like this whole my take on it is, why cheat? Because here's the thing.
Because it's fun.
Not that really people. I mean, there are people out there that
because it's fun.
Because it's fun. My thing is,
oh man,
if you enjoy life and the thrill, just don't do it.
If you enjoy life, don't cheat.
Just don't.
That should be a commercial.
They're saying the more you know. Ding ding.
Because
that's Manny's next skit. It's gonna be the more you know.
The more you know. If you enjoy life, don't cheat. And because here's the thing. The thing about lying, right, is you have to own up to that lie. You have to first you give birth to the lie, right? Then you nurture the lie. Think of it as a child, okay, that you'll never get rid of. That shit is not going anywhere. You nurture this child, this lie, right? The lie has to grow. The lie has to now be told to other people that are in contact with this person so that the lie can maintain longevity and life. So as you're going around lying about this one particular thing, and you're lying to all these different people that are just to maintain your situation, at the end of the day, is it really worth it? Because that lie at some point is going to get you. You're going to slip up one day. You're going to drink and say something stupid one night. And then everybody's going to look at you like, wait. Someone always is going to look at you and like, wait, there's a detail that didn't add up there. Wasn't that story about that one chick, not this chick? Like, it's always going to happen. So, like I said, if you like life and you like to be stress-free, don't cheat. Don't lie. Like that. The capability of having to maintain a lie your entire life, to me, it's just stupid. Like, I just don't understand it. Some people need to be lied to, obviously, for certain reasons. But in a relationship, to maintain balance and trust, it's definitely not worth it to be there, because you have to sit there and deal with it every day, day in and day out. And then let's just say it's a lie that stops you from doing something that you actually want to go do. Like, you can't go to your favorite restaurant or whatever because of that particular lie. It's like, shit, what do I do now? Can't go there no more because so-and-so works there. Fuck. I need another crab shack.
Crab shack.
And now I gotta go to Olive Garden. Fuck.
Yeah. Now I gotta go to Red Lobster. God, that's so cheap. That sounds so dirty saying that. Oh.
Red Lobster is actually expensive shit. This one place is expensive, man.
So
the last time I went to Red Lobster was with Joe and his Nubian goddess.
We did.
Yeah, we did. When you guys peer pressured me to come out on your dinner date, and I was like, I don't want to go.
We went to Red Lobster.
Go.
That's not like her. Wow.
Yeah, we went to Red Lobster.
That's not like her. That's very weird.
No, you guys. I mean, that to my knowledge, you guys didn't live the high life when you were staying with me.
Bro, the only reason why we went there was because of that stupid convention.
Right, for the cult. But I know that. But no, listen, I heard
God.
some of this shit, and I looked at Joe and said, Joe, I don't fault you because she's gorgeous, but this is some cult shit, okay?
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. I don't know what I was thinking, but I do know that I did.
Very, very cultish. I didn't like it. It was more than just a pyramid scheme. It was a culture. And when you put a pyramid scheme and a culture together, you get cult. But we'll get into that another time. So final thoughts, gents, on whatever this topic was.
Wow.
Why do people cheat? I mean,
why do people cheat? I knew that.
It's like, well, what? Wow, you fucking jerk.
Damn.
I don't particularly. I agree with Manny with what he says. Because why lie about it? But you know, at the end of the day, I will tell you that not everybody's perfect. We make terrible mistakes, especially us guys, when it comes to certain things. We act out in situations when we shouldn't have acted out, and in turn, it makes us look like the bad guy or an asshole. And it's definitely not something that you want to be. But the points that he brought up as to why people cheat also make perfect sense, because some people, and like Jason mentioned before, get pushed to a point where you do reckless shit. And the reckless shit can definitely turn you into a reckless person. And that's not something that you want to be. So I don't think being reckless, especially in a relationship, committed one at that too, should happen. And I think a lot of people like frown upon it, but it's definitely a serious thing. So yeah, I would say nay on the cheating, but you know, again, people aren't perfect. People aren't perfect. Let me just say that
anymore.
Yeah, that's my piece.
You can go ahead, Manny.
I said my piece. I had a whole long tangent about it.
Oh,
I know.
If you like life, don't do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everybody already knows how I feel about it. I've mentioned this many times on different episodes where I basically said, if you have to cheat or you have to you look at your eyes are wandering, then that's it. It's over. That there's no point, because I personally don't understand the point of cheating, because clearly that means you don't want to be with the person anymore. Even if it's temporary, it means you don't want to be with them anymore. So then why are you wasting your time? What are you sticking around for? Now, if you're cheating, then you're more malicious than you are as a victim of circumstance, because now you're being selfish. You want both sides. You want both of everything. And I don't get it. You know, either you have what you have and you're content, or you don't have what you have and you're running the streets.
Do whatever you want.
Right. So I never understood cheating, because if I want to run the streets, then let me get rid of this chick. I'm gone. You know, and that's it. So that's just me. I don't see the point in cheating. And I don't have the disposition or the constitution or the time to juggle women anyway. So it's never going to be a thing for me. I just don't. I can't imagine keeping one girl on IG chat and then one in Snapchat and one on text and keeping it straight, keeping all my stories straight. Like, I don't have time for all of that. You know, I know me. I'm absent-minded. I'm going to call Becky Jasmine by accident. And then I'm going to be like, you know what? Fuck. But why am I even doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen. So forget it. Who cares? So it's not worth it. So with that being said, I guess that's it, right? So thanks for tuning in to The Last of the Nice Guys, Why People Cheat, part 2 of 3 of the Manny trilogy. See, it rhymed. I'm Jason.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Manny.
And thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.